Welcome back to IGN Live at E3. Last night, the big finish for Bethesda's press conference was the reveal of Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. Lucy O'Brien and I are here with Pete, Jens, and Jer for a closer look at the game. And first, can I just say how cool it was that you guys teased this game last year at your press conference.
I take full credit for that, by the way. That was my idea. Yeah. We were going to do it.
Even tell us.
No, I didn't. We were going to do the DOS thing for Quake, and I was like, we should throw new Colossus in the directory just for giggles and see if anybody noticed. And of course, everybody totally did.
It was like a dog with a bone.
Yeah.
So the new Colossus is set in a conquered USA this time around. Is it going to feel as dire as the New Order?
I think it's going to be pretty dark, but it's also a lot of fun. Like it's in the same way that New Order sort of traversed the spectrum of human emotion. So yeah, it's a rich game, and the story is very rich. We're extremely happy with it.
Well, the footage we saw certainly suggested that.
Yeah. How long after the New Order is this set?
It's about 5 months later, but most of the game is set, but it is a direct sequel.
Right.
So where the New Order ended, this is where this one picks off.
Well,
picks up.
I don't know if you were going to mention this, but there's some question as to BJ's back.
BJ's back.
There's some question as to how he's back. But maybe we'll learn that.
Yeah, I mean, he was very badly injured at the end of the first game, but you know his friends didn't want to leave him behind, so he was saved.
And when you see him at the beginning, you definitely get the sense. It's not like he's totally fine and kicking it. He looks like a guy who, by all rights, should be dead. And you start off the game playing as a guy who basically should be dead.
Yeah, and that was super cool for us because we had this idea that BJ is so incredibly in such bad shape that he can't really move around normally. So the first there's a prologue, but the first real gameplay level is in a wheelchair. So the first level is wheelchair combat, which we loved the idea of when we came up with it, but then we thought, how are we actually going to do this and make it fun? But it came out really well. It's super fun. And that's also the part of the game that is hands-on, playable for hands-on at
the wheelchair section is hands-on here? I see. And is that his injury or his state, is that what leads to him wearing the exosuit that we see?
I think the less spoilers we mention, the better.
Okay.
Well, could you tell us a little bit more about the suit? Because obviously, from the trailer, I've got some questions. I mean, what can you tell us about the suit? Obviously, it provides him with a level of kind of armor on his head, and
at least it gets him back on his feet.
Right.
And it does harken back. I mean, you see it in the first game.
Yep.
Right. And
at the very end.
And
but that's what's so amazing about when making this game, because for us this is the first true sequel that we've ever done, and it's just so amazing to build off your own foundation into something new, where all of the ideas that you seeded in the first game you can bring to life in the next one. That's been an amazing experience for us.
So we brought the setting to America this time, is that correct?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about what locations we'll be visiting?
Well, basically the plan for the resistance is to liberate America and use that as a platform to liberate the rest of the world. And of course that's extra personal for BJ, being an American. It's a big deal.
Yeah, we have a couple of locations we show in the trailer. We have New Orleans is one of the locations, and you're also down on the streets of Roswell.
Yeah.
Well, what can you tell us about our new friends that we're meeting here?
Yeah, so in order then to ignite this revolution in America, BJ representing the Chrysalis Circle needs to sort of make connections with other resistance cells that are sort of dispersed and they're not united, and try and unite everybody and start this revolution.
Could you tell us the names of these two characters here?
Yeah, this is Grace Walker. She leads a resistance cell in New York City. And guy on the ground there is Super Spesh.
That's his name?
Yeah.
I love it. Grace was obviously my favorite character from the trailer. I think she was most people's favorite character. The grenade moment was, I just adored it. So, you know, there is a real sense of kind of like that ragtag team of resistance fighters coming back. tell us about the antagonist this time around. It's Fran Engel. Is that how you? Frau. I apologize.
Engel.
She is back. She was the second antagonist in the last game, and now she's at the very forefront. She survived a massive accident.
Yeah.
How did they stitch her together?
In the best way they could. No, but she is. You can sort of see that at the end of the first game too. You see her over a video link with the stitches and all of that. But this also connects back to the thing where we're building off our own foundations. We could really introduce her and set her up properly in the new order, and then it pays off in this game.
I think there's something like particularly delightful about having a female Nazi antagonist. They're particularly evil. Do you know what I mean? They're sort of deliciously evil. They're kind of Disney evil. I love it.
Well, I have to say that Nina Franocek, the actor who plays Frau Engel, she is such a mind-bogglingly good actor. I mean, all of our actors are just outstanding. We cast really rigorously, and I've been so blessed and lucky to find these people that are just amazing. And she brought so much of that character to life as well. I came in with really great ideas and rehearsed a lot on her own time, and yeah, that was an amazing experience.
Let's talk combat. Obviously, people are playing a Wolfenstein game because you get to shoot things, and it's really fun.
Specifically Nazis, not just things.
Nazis.
It's actually the shooting of Nazis.
Absolutely, it's a real draw card for most of us shooting Nazis. Let's talk combat. What is new?
There's a lot of new stuff in there, and I think basically we have revamped the entire player. So one thing we are doing now is that we have a full body player in the world to get it more immersive and more seamless with all the events that are happening with the player.
It used to be just a floating gun.
It used to just be a view model, and that allows us to make it feel even more that you are actually present in the world. Of course, all the weapons are new. We have upgrades for all the weapons, and we are, of course, starting off. I mean, our default shotgun is a triple barrel, fully automatic shotgun. So we have a very, we build a lot on heavy weapons and over-the-top combat, and we are continuing to do so for this game. So it will be pretty crazy.
Well, obviously, Doom was a big hit last year. From what I saw of the combat there, the speed and the focus on melee, am I seeing any inspiration from Doom in there?
I think for sure. I mean, we are inspired by them, and hopefully they are also inspired by us. But we have a really great relationship with it, and it's been really good.
But we work a lot with allowing the player as much freedom as possible when you move around and perform combat, basically. And one of the big things for this game as well is that we now allow the player to dual wield weapons freely in any combination, which is super fun. When you can have a silenced handgun in one hand and a grenade launcher in the other hand. It's very fun and rewarding and entertaining gameplay.
We were actually talking last night about the difference between Doom and Wolfenstein, at least in their modern iterations. And Doom is very much like a popcorn shooter to the extreme, whereas Wolfenstein still has that kind of over-the-top combat, yet it also has quite an emotional through line that Doom doesn't really have. Doom's just like, Doom guy. Would you say that you're really going for that again this time around? I mean, I thought BJ's relationship with Anya was really touching and real in the last game. I'm really interested to see if that's all going to continue.
Oh yeah, we're developing. It's amazing because, like when we started New Order, we like those characters were ideas, but then as you get actors in and start to develop them, they take on their own life, sort of. So when we started writing for New Colossus, we know exactly how these characters are, and so we're able to push their character arcs even further. It's been super cool. I think for us, this is easily the best game story we've ever done. We're extremely psyched about it. And that's also to the to the fact that Bethesda is so great and they let us do our weird shit.
And I do think that comes across in two ways. Number one, like my favorite line, I think, in the whole trailer is in the beginning where Anya's helping BJ up off the floor and he puts his head on her stomach and says, "You've gotten so fat." Like just this great sort of funny moment of her kind of revealing her pregnancy and having twins and so forth. But that relationship between BJ and Anya is so great, kind of as a catalyst for everything that BJ does. Like, in talking to Jens and Jörg, even before the New Order, it was about, actually, all this guy wants to do is live a quiet life at home with the picket fence. Like, he does everything he does because all of this is in the way of what he really wants, which is like to settle down and have kids and be at home. And so I think the way that these guys tell that story is really great. But then the way they add on to it with characters like Wyatt or Frau Engel as the bad lady, or I mean, can I say who?
Yes.
Can I say that her daughter
You
can say
in the game?
Sure.
I mean, we show her.
Yeah.
You see her quickly in the thing, but like even seeing Frau Engel and her daughter and sort of meeting the two of them in that scene, I think that what they do is they take that as sort of the glue of the whole thing and add to it with all these interesting characters and guys dropping acid and seeing psychedelic lizards, or trying to eat cookies badly with mechanical arms. I think that really adds to that whole sort of lovable band of misfits, these people from all walks of life who are kind of coming together for this one thing, which is like, we have to get rid of Nazis who have taken over the world and kind of get back to freedom and things being normal.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that with Alyssa Preston, who plays Sigrun, Frau Engel's daughter, their relationship too on set was just so amazing to see. Like, they really committed, and all of our cast is like, I think also because they have seen how the first one came out, so they're even more invested in the sequel. So it's been good.
If someone missed the first game, shame on you. You should totally play it. It's super fun. But if they did miss it, will they be able to just jump into the sequel and sort of have a grasp of what's going on?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely a benefit to have played the first one, because you'll be able to just, like I said before, pick up where you left off, right? And you know these characters already. But it won't be a detriment if you haven't played the first one. I think you'll slide into the groove of things really quickly.
I think you'd miss some of the sort of the subtext for some of the things that go on, like knowing Wyatt or knowing Fergus from the first game and sort of how they got to where they are. But that doesn't prevent you from understanding what's going on in the game. You still get everything that's taking place.
Yeah.
We are just about out of time, but I know there's one thing that Lucy demands to know about.
Before I wrote anything else on these cards, I wrote cat monkey. Please tell us about the cat monkey.
All right, so the cat monkey's name is Shoshana, and she is the sort of science experiment, but also really Seth's favorite pet. Seth is played by Mark Evanier, who just also does amazing performances. And he actually named Shoshana after his mother-in-law, I think.
But basically, he's the mad scientist of the group who pulls off all this amazing sort of science and tech, and in order to save his beloved cat, decided to take the head of his beloved cat and put it on the body of a monkey to keep it going.
The cat had been sneaking around in the reactor room on the submarine and had very bad cancer, but this was a way to save her.
I mean, you want to have no cat, or you want to have a monkey cat? I'd probably choose monkey cat.
I would also choose
monkey
monkey
cat is the answer to that question.
I love it. It's perfect.
Wolfenstein 2 looks awesome. We don't have to wait too long to play it. October 27th?
Yes.
Guys, thanks so much for coming by the show.